Dribbling can be the difference between 9 wins and 11 wins. It can be the difference between 14 wins and 16 wins. And today we are going to talk about how you can take your dribbling to the next level. So, first things first, you have to let go of the sprint button. It cannot be said enough because when you are sprinting, you're not having a ball contact. That simply means the ball is further away from your feet, and if it is further away from your feet, you cannot dribble or do any skill moves. It also gives the opponent an easy chance to win the ball back from you. So that is the last thing you want. Instead, if you want to keep the ball nice and close to your feet, you will not use the sprint button. You will only use the sprint button when you have ample of space in front of you. Secondly, you only need to focus on two dribbling tricks this year: the control sprint and the zigzag dribble. What is the zigzag dribble? We will talk about that in a moment. Now let's talk about how to out-dribble defenders. Guys, in order to out-dribble defenders, we have to master zigzag dribbling, and we have to also learn how to actually anticipate the defender's movement. Knowing the mechanical part is one thing, but actually using it in game is another. I often get complaints from players that, okay, we know this, but in game it's very hard to do it, just because you don't understand the anticipation concept. Now, what is anticipation? It is knowing where the defender is approaching you from and getting into the head of the opponent, right? You should know if you're on a right footed player, the defender will most likely try to defend your right foot. And if you're on a left footed player, obviously he will try to cover your left foot. Knowing these little things make a big difference in anticipating. As you can see, I am dribbling very smoothly and I am beating players like prime Lionel Messi. That would have not been possible without the anticipation skill. The zigzag is very important, which is something that I am doing this year and I didn't do it in previous years. In previous years, I used to use the circular dribbling. So, as always, we have to follow this rule of thumb, that is to be gentle on the left stick, right? You will always move the left stick gently. You will not smash it where you can hear the clicking sound. If you can hear the clicking sound when you're left stick dribbling, that means something is wrong, like I always say. Okay, now that you know that you're going to move it gently, here comes the circular technique. Okay, what is circular dribbling? It is basically to dribble in a circle, right? You dribble in circular motions. It was very good in previous years. It is still good this year, but I feel this one, the zigzag dribbling, where you go left, right, like you go left and then you go right. You shift the ball from left to right. It is very overpowered. Like I will show you in the clips right now as well, in game clips, right? So basically, what you do is you go left and right depending on where the opponent is coming from, right? And you do it rapidly, right? You just have to caress the left stick, but you also have to do it rapidly. You have to be very precise with it, while at the same time you need to maintain a pace, right? Because if you don't maintain a pace, you're sluggish, and like I said, you will be sluggish if you're smashing it. Then it will not be any worth. Then it will not be beneficial for you guys. Also, the circular technique is very good when you have to actually turn the opposite direction, right? Let's assume the defender is coming from the wings and we want to turn 360, then that is where we move the left stick in a full 360 circle, right? But inside the box, I feel now that defending is so overpowered, AI defending in some situations, it is hard to beat the defenders with circular motions as compared to the zigzag left to right dribbling. Left right is very overpowered, guys. You really want to focus on left right, zigzag dribbling, and circular dribbling if you want to take your game to the next level. Talking about these dribbling tricks, they are useless without the ball roll, so you want to incorporate the ball roll with these tricks as well. The press proven play style that keeps close control of the ball while dribbling at jog speed and can shield the ball more effectively from stronger opponents definitely helps you with these left stick dribbling tricks. I want your full attention, guys, and I want you to focus on all of these examples if you actually want to take your dribbling to the next level. Now, see, in this situation, we are moving the left stick in a semicircle. Why did we do so? Because we saw the opponent is expecting us to move upwards, but instead, he gave up the space towards the yellow arrow. Now we want to exploit that space. So we are pointing the left stick in that direction, and we are actually going to use this space. Like I said, the ball roll is important. When the opponent got near us, we just did a ball roll and ended up scoring that goal. But how can you ignore control sprint? Whenever you have pocket of spaces, you want to use that control sprint, but don't overdo it, because then again, you will not be having a ball contact. See, in this situation, the opponent thinks that we are going to pass the ball into Hansen and he is moving downwards. And like I said, here comes the anticipation part. I know Alvarez has a 5-star weak foot. So similarly, you should know your strong foot, so we can afford to turn on his left foot. And we just turned on his left foot, ended up scoring this easy goal. Now look, if you tell someone that this is going to be a goal, they wouldn't believe you, but it is going to be a goal. Why? Because of left-right zigzag dribbling. See what I do. Circular dribbling, like I showed you, right? It allowed me to turn towards the goal. Now the opponent thinks we are going to pass the ball into Giroud. So what do? Left, right. Again, left. Going left makes him think that we are going to pass the ball to Giroud, and then we go right. And this is how we score this goal. So when you master left-right dribbling, zigzag dribbling in this manner, you will be able to break ankles and your gameplay will go to the next level. Like I said, anticipation in combination with control sprint is also very important. It is very important to put your body between the defender and the ball. This is how you want to dribble most of the times, especially when the defender is approaching you from one direction. You want to put your body in between the ball and the defender, not the other way around. And in this situation, you will see how we are going to use left stick dribbling to turn away from the defender in a circular motion, and then use control sprint, and eventually we will end up scoring this goal. This goal was only possible because of how we utilize left stick dribbling in combination with controlled sprinting. Again, you have to anticipate the defender. See, here with Alvarez, now that we are through on goal, the defender is very close to us, right? He thinks we are going to pass the ball to Rodrigo. Now, in this situation, if we panic and press X, it is no good. So what do? Instead, we do left right dribbling. So we go left quickly. So we shift away from the defender and we end up scoring this goal. See, what do? Going to shift away, end up scoring this easy goal. Now, if you are wondering why I held the L1 button in this situation, that is only to give me a little bit tight control, because see, he is very close to me. If I don't hold the L1, this is something you can add in your gameplay. When the defender is very close to you, you want to activate strafe dribbling by holding L1. Because I hold L1, the ball sticks closer to my feet and then I let it go when I want to turn. This was only to hold the ball possession, and this is where you can use it in game inside the box to hold ball possession, and we end up scoring this goal. Shot cancels, ball rolls are very important when we are doing left stick dribbling, right? Shot cancel and left stick allowed us to score this goal, which wouldn't be possible otherwise. Now, this is the key. Here comes anticipation once again. See, quick one touch passing. You will see. I have been stressing about the ball roll, and here is why. When you combine left stick with ball roll, it is absolutely game changing. Look at the left stick, it is pointing upwards. The opponent thinks that we are going to turn towards the byline. We are going to surprise him by using the ball roll. Ball roll, boom, goal. He thought we were going towards the byline, but we did not. Now see, in this situation, again, we see that Blanc is running upwards. That tells us that, okay, this Laurent Blanc, he is now going to cut the pass towards Alvarez. So we take a touch upwards with left stick, and we end up scoring this goal, which wouldn't be possible otherwise. You see how perfecting left stick dribbling just gives you a new dimension in attack. It just changes the way you play this game, and it is absolutely game changing. When you learn how to use pocket of spaces, when you learn how to anticipate, your gameplay goes to the next level. So if you want to out dribble the defender, you want to look for those pocket of spaces. You want to exploit them with, again, control sprint. You want to exploit them with zigzag dribbling and circular dribbling motions. Otherwise, you will not be successful in dribbling.